Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 11 says, "He who tills his land will have plenty of bread, but he who pursues worthless things lacks sense." So the one that gets out there and he tills his land, he's going to have plenty of bread. That's his job. His job is to be a farmer. And so ultimately what the Bible is saying right there is that he's getting out there and doing his job. He's getting out there and getting it done. He's tilling up the land. He's getting it ready to plant the seed. And ultimately it's going to come time for the harvest. And when it comes time for the harvest, he's going to have bread to put on the table. You might not be a farmer, and whatever job that you have, you go to that job because you realize at the end of the week or whenever it is that you get paid, you're going to get a paycheck and you're going to be able to provide for your family. You're going to be able to put bread on the table. You're going to be able to pay the light bill. You're going to be able to heat and cool the house. You're going to be able to put clothes on your back. You're going to be able to provide your needs for yourself and for your family. And so you do that as a good citizen of society and as a decent human being, because as I said last week, a man that doesn't provide for his own house is worse than an infidel. In fact, the Bible says that if somebody doesn't work, if man doesn't work, he shouldn't eat. And so when we begin to think about that, God has created us to work. Well, really, the root of it is work is part of the curse, is part of the fall. But we're all required to work. Biblically, we're required to work. Now, I recognize some folks can't. And if they can't, if they're disabled, unable to work, then we need to help them. We need to support them. But if you can, you need to be out there working. You need to be out there getting busy. And if it's tilling up the land or whatever you do, going working on the assembly line, whatever it is that you do, you need to get after it and you need to be busy. And as a result of that, you're going to get paid. And what a blessing that is. But yet it goes on to tell us in the flip side of that coin there in verse 11, it says, "But he who pursues worthless things lacks sense." He who pursues worthless things lacks sense. And so when you see this, what is he talking about right here? What is the Bible talking about right here? The one who pursues worthless things. He's a dreamer. And as a dreamer, he's going to go off chasing those dreams. And as a result of chasing those dreams, he's not going to go to work because he's got bigger dreams. He's got bigger goals. He's got bigger ideas. He doesn't have time for the menial things of this world like work. And as a result, he's going to go hungry. As a result, the Bible says he lacks sense. Now, there's nothing wrong with having dreams. There's nothing wrong with having goals. If your goal is to have a job that pays you $100,000 a year, well then, great, that's a wonderful goal to have. That's a wonderful thing to strive for. But right now you don't have that job that pays you $100,000 a year. So what do you need to do? You need to go get that minimum wage job if you have to until that $100,000 a year job comes about. Because if you don't, you're not going to have bread on your table. You're not going to have a paycheck at all. And that lacks sense. That's what a fool does. Nothing wrong with chasing your dreams. Nothing wrong with having dreams. As long as you're not being a fool and you're out there providing for you and your family by doing the biblical thing and going to work.